It looks like we are. Woo! It looks like we are successful through the YT. Woo! And I got new bells on the count of I haven't found my other bells. How do I lose my bells? And I'm all purdied up with my pink on and my yarn life. I dressed up my yarn life shirt. Still haven't blocked this pretty little blanket yet. Still hadn't finished that other one, but it won't be long. Hey, Nana Michelle. It's a Nana raid. Nana and Olivia raid. Hey, darling. I'm glad I got to see y'all a little bit while ago. Read a little thing out of the Instant Happy book. And it says, if only I had, if only I didn't have, I can't wait until, but I'm not. If my family wasn't, and all these have ... after. Hey, Marianne, it's so good talking to you. Thank you, Michelle. I'm reading a little thing out of here. Not until ... if I don't have ... yes, but ... if only I were, if only I weren't. Now, not now, because, and it says, what's your pet excuse? Isn't it time to set it free? I love the pictures. It's time to set those negative thoughts free. Hey, Sandra Dusenberry. Hey, Darla, Tiger Dragon Girl. I'm so glad to see you again. David Browning saying it's me, oh Lord. Standing in the need of prayer. Oh, mercy. Marianne and I had a nice little chat a while ago. We were supposed to be chair dancing, but we were just chewing on some fat, and it was mighty fine. How is everybody? Hey, Zach. Hey, what's in everybody's cup? You know, first two questions. What is in thou'st cup? I have black currant burst in my Mama Swift tea in my cute little Amazon cup. So yummy. And what don't I have on a hook or some needles? Oh, mercy. Thy, that was it. On thy hook. What did I say? Thou'st. I don't even think that's a word. And Nana Michelle had the strawberry tea. Now beer is Friday. Cheers. Cheers and tables, like Mama would have said. Mukbangs and more. That Zach, he said water with grape flavoring. Hey, Silver Fox. Happy Friday to you too. Tiger Dragon Girl says she goes back to work next week. Are you looking forward to it or not so much? I'm so happy to be retired. I love teaching, but right now, with these legs and my stuff I got going on, there would be no way. Jose. But I did enjoy it. I'll accept it got crazy with the stress, the test stress, and paperwork. You got so you couldn't do the fun stuff anymore. Marianne says she's drinking the same. How about that, Zach? Oh, okay. You drinking the same as what Zach's got? Zach says, no way. And I bet she says, yes, way. David, thou'st could be considered a contraction of thou doest, but we don't use that pronoun or verb tense very for real. I was being old-timey. Oh, you do? Darla, that sounds like fun. Hey, Denny. So good to see my Denny. Y'all know, good to see you all, but Denny makes me, a lot of y'all make me laugh, but Denny can just say a couple words or put some eyeballs up and she's got me. Mr. C got real tired of it too. I bet. It got to be a real bummer. Hey, Miss Pat Dancer, thank you so much. I've been fixing up ever since I won that beauty box from Dago. Hey, Maribel, says coffee in her cup. Mama Swift, hey, sweetheart, drinking some of your lovely tea. It's so good. Thank you so much. Zach got more yarn in the mail and he doesn't know where to put it all. We can all sympathize, empathize. It's a good problem to have, but by the same token, it gets to be a problem when you got like what I got over here. But it's about time for me to have, actually tomorrow I'm going to announce a challenge. And y'all get to hear about it first. Well, actually, I mentioned it on Dana's Triple C's Making Meat yesterday. If y'all were there, I mentioned, and actually Dana had given me this idea, maybe Joe too, but y'all know how I'm doing moss stitch all the time and crochet. Well, they mentioned, why don't I do a moss stitch challenge? So for the month of May, I'm going to come out with an announcement video tomorrow, May 1st, right? Today's last day of May, because we're playing Tringo tonight over at Triple C's, the Triple C and Joe show. And, but anyway, I'm going to announce a Moss Stitch May, a challenge for folks to do a moss stitch project. Not as small as a washcloth, at least a hat. And, larger projects would be fine too, but something you could finish up by the end of the month. And then you will put it on the Facebook page, take a picture, put it on the Facebook. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. Or if you don't have Facebook, you can email me a picture. We'll talk more about it later. But that's my idea, with a little help from my Joe and Dana friends, to do something different, a moss stitch challenge. Let's see. Of course, I'm so behind. Maribel says coffee in her cup, and hey to Maribel and everybody. Okay, and Zach said that. Crotchety Marianne said she finished her iced coffee and filled up her jug with water and grape crush squirt flavor. That sounds good. I used to love drinking grape crush and orange crush. And David said he needs to refill his cup. Be right back. And he's probably back by now. And Linda Waddell is here again. Yay. Always good to see you folks back. Mama Swift saying hey to Michelle and Olivia. And Debbie Marconi. That's how I say it anyway. That's her last name. I could just say Debbie or Debbie M. Mama Swift says she's glad I'm enjoying my fruity tea. Always, darling, always. And it's even sweeter because you give it to me. There's that sweet Mimi Cat Do. And Dina is in the ads, but I bet she's out by now. She says, happy Friday, everybody. And I am so sorry to Allie that I kept missing where she had joined the Nutty Buddy team. And by the way, I tried to print up the names of all the Nutty Buddy people, and it printed one page. I don't know how I did it last time where I got them all on, but I'm going to try to get it so that I can shout out all the Nutty Buddy team. And I may start doing it at the beginning of every live. Just shout everybody out. I saw somebody else doing that. And I also mentioned putting it in the description box. But there's quite a few. So I don't know if there's a limit to how much you can put in the description. I'll play around with it and see. Tiger Dragon Girl says, I saw something hilarious once. You say I'm addicted to yarn. Did you ever think maybe yarn is addicted to me? I love it. It should be on a t-shirt, and it probably is. Dina, you know, I might have my aches and pains and stuff, but when I get on here with y'all, it goes out the window. And I got new bells. Look, I made sort of red, white, and blue ones with a red, white, and silver, but that was as close as I could come to being patriotic with my bells. Oh no, buffering on and off. Dina says, is anybody else buffering? It could be on Dina's end, and I know she has trouble with that sometimes. There's Gracie and Noni May. I'm looking on here now because I'm also behind. Y'all know how that goes. David said he had an interim viewing hour goal for April 30th, May 1st, and the YouTube video iPhone app and Studio Online tell two different stories about how many hours you have. That's a pain in the hiney. Maribel's hooked. If I didn't say, how'd you do to Maribel? And Lisa, hey, Lisa Yanato, welcome, welcome, welcome. Susan Romanelli says Cherry Pepsi and Jada in stitches, mile a minute. There's our sweet Sylvia Olivo saying, hi, my beautiful GrannyDee. You are too kind, but I'll take it. Hi, everyone. God bless you all. Have a beautiful Friday and a beautiful weekend. And God bless you all. I love it, Sylvia. You always do that, which is so, so sweet. And God bless you, honey, right back. And love you, too. Denny says she loves the grape squirty. Dina's got puppets on her knitting needles. And Ricola crystals in the house. I love to do that. I don't think she minds. And Antoinette's here with two OGs hooking and stitching island style. She says hey to me and everyone and just lurking and working. And Lisa says hey to everybody. And Crotchety Marianne says that David live stream time counts only from the replay. That may change once you're monetized. That she's not sure about. And Dina says crochet angel lollipops and crocheting a mermaid tail blanket. And that's what's on her hooks. Denny says that's how it starts. The yarn collection. Amen. And Zach said, oh no, Denny, now I'm scared. You need it. Find you a corner and just don't get carried away with. Don't do like I do. And have giveaways with your overstock. That's what I'm trying to do this year. I've kind of waited a little bit late, but I'm in a position where I'm getting a little more YT funds. So I can put that towards postage. So that helps. I did send off Daigo. You know, I had Daigo had her celebration, her 1K celebration, and I donated a couple of the jewelry books I showed y'all from the Dollar Tree. I donated 2 for her 1K and then 2 for her fundraiser she's doing for Angel Dragonfly Crochet and Things. And only one person has gotten to me with their address, but I did get that out in the mail today. I love sending books because media mail is very, very reasonable, but it's only within the states that you can do that. Too bad it's not worldwide. There's Gracie saying hey to me and everybody, and Noni May says hey. She made it, Dee. Woohoo! I love you. Same here, babe. Love you too. Pat says, how do you make a moss stitch in crochet? Pat, I think I have. Pretty sure I have in my playlist a tutorial, but you can go, just type in moss stitch and crochet in the YouTube search, and you'll probably find a whole bunch of tutorials. It's very easy. Very, very easy. If I do it, it's easy. And Only May says, throw caution to the wind. Heck yeah. And Nancy Marchevka's in the house. And Lisa said to Pat Dancer, she thinks it's single crochet, chain one, skip one. Yep, that's what it is. All right, you got it. Noni May said, who had an enemy? Lord, I missed the enemy part, and that's okay with me. I don't want to talk about enemies. We just have friends and potential friends, and I have special friends. I call the folks that give me thumbs down my special friends. And I just pray for them and pray for me too. There's Julie, a.k.a. Grandma J-Bug, Julie's Creations. So good to have you all. And Suzanne Stallcup's here. I was about to miss you, honey pie. She says, happy Friday to all. I said it right. And now I'll probably forget how I said it. Lisa Yanato. That right? And Zach says he's surprised that he hasn't given up on crochet, but you can't, or I'll be letting a lot of people down, refuse to do. Well, we don't want you to be stressed out about it, honey. But your mom ought to be able to help you a lot, huh? I know you've been chaining and chaining and chaining. You ought to have that chaining down by now. Take it to the next step. And if your mom doesn't have time, there's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of great tutorials out there. I'm sure you could go in Sharon's Zoom group and get help there. There's help to be had among your fiber friends. And, on your live, you could get help, Zach. You do lots of lives. Dina says, Zach, stay positive. You'll get the hang of it. Yes, you will. She's lurking and working his will to make known, David says. Not sure about that, David. Coping with Yarn Lisa is in the house. And Nana Michelle says it'll come to you, Zach. Just remember, we all started the same. Amen. That's it. Nancy said, hi, Michelle. She got a phone call. Sorry, can I ask again? It's her granddaughter. And Nancy, it's her Nana Michelle's granddaughter. And her sweet name is Olivia. She probably already answered you, though. Dina said, did everyone remember to like and share? At least like, and sharing's always a plus too. Jeannie's Crochet Creations, welcome in, welcome in. And Lisa says, is there such a thing as overstock? Oh, yeah. Hey, Sin. Good to have you. And Michelle Sleeper is listening and working. That's a working woman right there. Yeah, there's Nana Michelle telling Nancy about it. She says, no worries. Hey, Helen J. Harris. And Crotchety put Digo's link up. Bonnie got Knits and More's in the house. Hey, darling. And Noni May says, my sister-in-law came to visit me a little bit ago and brought her a bunch of yarn. Nice, nice, nice. Good to see Lisa coping with yarn. I mentioned a while ago. Freaky! It's about time you come home, and you did. Yay. Always good to see Freaky in the house as well as all of you. And Nancy says, hey, Michelle, thanks. That's a beautiful name. It is, isn't it? I always liked Olivia. Hey, Dawn S. Good to have you. Mimi Cat Doos. Sweet lady. Sweet. Always running my playlist for me, and that helps a bunch. And if you want to help a podcaster and you don't have money to do the membership thing or do super chats or any of that, one of the best things you can do to help us is leave your thumb a like and also run our playlist from time to time. You can even do it overnight. And most of us have put our videos in playlists. Like I've got several live playlists. I've got playlists for my books, playlists for shopping, playlists for Happy Mail, and then I changed it to Squealing Squirrel Mail. So I got lots of playlists. And that's not just me. Anybody that you want to help or bless with some watch time. That's something we all need and always need. Folks that are trying to get monetized, so important to help them first. And then, once they get their 4,000 hours, we all have to keep our channels monetized. We have to have 4,000 watch hours a year. And I just hope and pray they don't increase that, because it's still like, oh my gosh, that's enough. Thank you, Noni May. Appreciate that super chat, my darling. Freaky, do you have the hours? Oh, Freaky says, do you have the hours? Ricola, he's asking. Hey, Doris, Rose Cottage, you pick a person daily and do the playlist all day and night on Spare TV, and that is so sweet. So sweet of you to do that. Hey, Liz, Life Talk with Liz. And y'all are all wonderful. Most of you are content creators. And by the way, put CC up if you would like your link dropped. Here's our sweet Gracie again, and Divergent Crafter, who is Crystal. Pat Dancer says, are you crochet experts? How do you make moss stitch? I'm telling you, Pat, look it up, because you'll want to see it done. But it's just, it really is what, I forgot who said it now, but it's, you do your foundation row, maybe just all single crochets or something first. And then it truly is just a single crochet, a chain, skip one, and just repeat that over and over again. Pat, I can show you. We can do a FaceTime if you want to. I could do that. Affordably Crafty Kim's in the house, and she would like her link dropped. And by the way, she and Ginger will be on at 8 bells in the morning. That's Eastern time. And they're on until 11. So 3 solid hours of good tips and tricks and all kinds of good information that Affordably Crafty Kim and Ginger Yarn Geek have for us. And Affordably Crafty Kim said, Dee scored again at the recycling spot. More luxury yarn. Woo! I can't wait to see. Cannot wait to see. Oh, mercy of me. Hey, Gina, Knitting Turnpike. And hey, Gina, I think she's wonderful. She knits, oh my gosh, the most beautiful things. But she did a very interesting and heartfelt. And I can't think of all the adjectives I want to say about it, but it was about bullying. And I haven't watched it all yet, Gina, Dina and Gina, but I'm so glad you did that. And I'm going to go back and watch it because, yeah, I can relate to some of that. And I did leave a comment, but Tony May says, freaky or ornery. And Rose Cottage says she's been loving the content of J Hook Crochet for sure. And she comes on Sundays at noon. She used to come on Saturdays, but she's coming on Sundays at noon now. There's, a whole bunch of folks on Saturdays and Sundays. I look forward to the weekend. It is one right after another, and sometimes a couple people playing at the same time, but you can always catch the replay or put one on one device, one on another device, if you can keep up that way. Sometimes with adult ADD, I struggle a little bit with that. Crotchety said, so her wheels are spinning. I may have to frog something and consider using moss stitch instead. Yes, I'm going to come out tomorrow. It'll probably be a very short video, just challenging you to make at least one moss stitch project. And again, something bigger than a washcloth. If you do a set of washcloths, that might be okay. But, hats, we'll talk more about it tomorrow. But Linda says she's got to charge her phone. Jeanette Maxwell's here. Hey, darling. Freaky says, Clogger, if your wheels are spinning, don't frog your project. Just get the vehicle unstuck from Freaky's letter off. David says, speaking of prayers, I hope that Ingrid of Ingrid's Inspirations is on the list. She has long had a heart condition and is doing rather badly now. I want to say we did, David, but Dina, will you put that down so I can check it? Ingrid of Ingrid's Inspirations. Hope she's not buffering so she can see it. And Mimi got her cat yarn bowl from Darn Good Yarn, and arrived today, and she loves it. I love it too. I love the cat one and the rooster one. And Dina said, what's everybody drinking? And some folks have said, and some folks maybe haven't yet. And Zach says his mom has been a big help to him. I figured she would be. And let's see. David said, Zach, you've given him an idea for his next 60-second tutorial. Those little shorts are kind of cool, aren't they? I'm going to have to check that out. And Ricola, who is Ricola's Crochet Corner, Crystal, hello Dee, and everybody. And what's everybody up to tonight? Well, I'm just kindly hanging out with y'all and drinking my lovely tea. What did I say I was having? Blackberry burst. And it is time to wet my whistle, but I have some questions for y'all. Hey, HD. Hey, Flower Tammy. Thank you all. So, does it have to be completely mouse stitch? I'll have to think about that. Let me think about that. And I'll come out with the actual announcement of the challenge tomorrow on May 1st. And it'll go through the end. So I'll be thinking about that. Let's see. Sylvia says, hey, Zach, I'm blind, and if I can do it, I know you can. I know you can do it. Keep looking at YouTube, beginner crocheters. Sylvia, I always forget that about your blindness. And Froggy, what is Jen's name? Froggy went a knitting. I did not realize that she's got a little peripheral sight in one eye and totally blind in the other, and I had no idea. No idea. But that's why she says she's got Shell to be her co-host. Freaky says, hey, doll, showing up. Don't forget to change top chat to live chat, and that is important. And leave your thumbprint. We have 51 in the house, but only 32. We greatly appreciate these. It helps us boost our videos, so maybe it'll show up in more people's feeds or something like that. Hello, Zoo J. Campos. Boring water, but wishing you had a nice glass of wine. But you know we're supposed to drink that water. Hey, hook me up, Crochet with Christy's got her coffee. And Gina says, Nana Michelle, you're way too kind, dear. Nightbot was out of control. Thank you. I can't get Nightbot working for me. But I would like to say to everybody right now, I do so appreciate everybody who has subscribed. When you subscribe, you become a member of the Squirrel Squad. When you join the channel membership, which I have very low, what's the word? The tiers don't cost very much. My lowest one's $1.99. That's for the ground squirrels, and that's for a month. And then the next one is the brown squirrels, I think. And it's like, I want to say $3.99. And then the flying squirrels is $4.99. All those is what it is per month. And that just helps with, again, postage. Any YT money I get, whether it's that, super chats, whatever, ad cents money, goes towards postage for me to send out things, which I'm doing a whole lot more of this year. This is the year I really get on the stick with sharing of the yarn. I hope you did, Freaky. You talking about mine? You loved my videos. Just logged out of work and picked up the project rough day. If you're talking about mine, thank you so much. We got a whole lot of other people that have amazing channels and videos too. And I hope if you're putting up CC that one of our amazing mods is dropping your link for you. Hey, Angela Wright, you had a barbecue chicken, French fries. How am I doing today? Great. Glad you're doing fine. From Columbus, Georgia. Hello to everybody in the chat, she says. I love you, she says. And we love you right back. Okay, Mama Swift, thank you for coming by. I love you as always. And I love it when I see you here. Even if it's just for a bit of it. Where do you find the memberships? There should be a join button. Let's see, on mine. If you go, let me see. Yeah, if you close out the chat and go to the description box, it says join this channel to get access to perks. And basically my perks are shout outs, which I have gotten behind on. And that's what I was trying to do, was type up a list, and it only typed the first page of names. And I am proud to say we have 58 members. Woo! In what I call the green team or the Nutty Buddy team. But I appreciate you all. I know not everybody can do that. The ones who can do, the ones who can't, you subscribe. That helps. You come to the chats. You push that thumb button. You been at it all morning. Marianne takes a village. Missed the first part of that, but I'll agree. Most everything takes a village. Julie Chafee Mazza, that sweet girl who blesses everybody she comes in contact with just by being her sweet self, but also in sharing all kinds of wonderful things and advice and love and just all kinds of stuff. 46 in the house and 40 thumbs. We're doing a little bit better. Hey, Naughty Canuck Jamie. My week is going much better. Started out a little crazy with just some tech problems, but it's looking good now. Julie Chafee Mazza's making sloppy joes tonight. And Pat says, thanks for the mouse stitch info, Yarny Stitch sisters. But Pat, I will get with you if you want to. Just holler at me or I'll holler at you and we can do a FaceTime or, you know, how we message each other and stuff. Anyway, we'll work it out. Not hard at all. You know, if I do it, it's easy. There is your shout out. Yeah, I want to shout out every one of the Nutty Buddies, though, and I will do that. And I might start doing that at the very beginning of all my lives. I noticed that Froggy, when a knitting does that. I don't know if she does it every day, but she just goes down the list calling out her folks. And if I can get everybody's name in on the description box, and I will do that. Hey, Christy's Creations. Happy Friday to you as well. If I've missed your name, please come back around, because I did, I'm sure, miss a lot of folks in the mid parts. And I hope I went woo to Noni May's super chat. I believe I did. Is my sissy in the house? My sissy Teresa? Yeah, I'm so thankful to have met all of my lovely squirrels. And I enjoyed looking at Miss Sharon. Sharon's Crochet Corner. How Miss Julie blessed her with some yummy, as Dana would say, Hobby Lobby yarn. I thought that was so sweet. Suzanne says, to do the moss or seed stitch, do you chain an even or odd amount to start? I think I do even. But again, you might want to look that up. And Sin says, no, but I am. I'm not sure what that goes with. Yes, Dina, definitely blessings to all. Hands are not cooperating, Daphne. Hey, Daphne, love you too, honey. All right, I've got these. Y'all know the last tag video that I did. It came from Miss Connie, whose channel is Just Another Stitch, and I thought I would ask you guys these questions. You have a blessed one too, honey. Never did that stitch. What I might do is, I'm pretty sure I've got that in my playlist, but maybe I'll do another tutorial of the moss stitch to start everybody off. But I'm sure there are better ones than I always have trouble with the angle of my dangle, because I have to use my iPhone and it's a little bit crazy. I don't have the best setup for tutorials. Hey, Blind Stitches. And Gina. Was it Gina that mentioned it? No, it was Froggy that mentioned it. Froggy and Marcia are doing, hey, darling, Marcia, Blind Stitches. Doing great. They mentioned doing a, seeing I said hello, didn't I? I think I told you hello. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Howdy do, Sin's Crafting World. Hey, AJ. Is AJ here? AJ's here. Yeah, you made it. What was I going to say? Oh, their challenge, Froggy went a knitting, and Marcia's. Blind Stitches Creations. Their challenge is for us to do a video showing us doing some sort of activity blindfolded, just to see how it is. Just for, I didn't say, hey, Sin. Well, I did now. Hey, darling, I'm glad you're here. Very glad you're here. Hey, Kimber Ann. I've been praying and praying for you and hoping you're feeling much better. We'll keep you in our prayers. I added your name to, well, you know, you're all already on our prayer list, but added you for some extra prayers. But that's a neat challenge too, to blindfold. And, you know, as Jen said, even blindfolding and trying to eat a meal, just see how it is. Blindfold yourself while trying to crochet or knit. I would think it'd be, for me, I think crochet would be easier blindfolded because you kind of feel your stitches as you go along. But then Froggy knits. So, okay, let's answer these questions. Number 1, how long have you been crocheting and or knitting? Freaky says, my prayer for all is I hope nobody gets less smarter. Freaky, be kind to yourself. Like Sandy Left Is Right says, cut yourself some slack. Julie says there's a chill in the air in Ohio because she put out over 3 dozen plants. I have blossoms on my strawberries. Nana Michelle Google says to chain an even number for stitches for the moss stitch. Okay. And Kim said, yes, she heard about the blindfold challenge. Yeah. Okay, so I see Julie's answering that question. 50 years. Crocheted off and on, 40 years for knitting. Lisa, coping with yarn. Howdy Lisa says 20 years. Is that for crocheting only? Or do you knit too? Be sure and tell us whether it's crochet or knit or both. Sandra Dusenberry says 1.5 years. Hey, Karen, a yarn addict with Karen. Hey, sweet Karen. Good to have you. Blind Stitches Marcia says 10 years. Again, is that crocheting, knitting, both? Freaky says he's been doing both crafts a long time, but not sure you want to date yourself like that. After all, you're only 10 in your head for 3 lifetimes. Nana Michelle says 30 years. Crotchety says almost 2 years. Do we just assume you are meaning crochet unless you say knitting also? And Flower Tammy says known how, but steady for the past 4 years. And Kim says, as in Kim's Crochet and Knits, she picked up her batteries today for her scooter. Yay! Woo! And it looks like we might have, do we have a new member? Yes, we do. Nancy Marchevka is now a flying squirrel. So welcome, woo, to the green team, or Nutty Buddy team, as I call them. Thank you so much. I'm going to try real hard to get that to print up all the names so I can start with the shout outs for the folks that are on the green team. But you all are on the squirrel squad. Yes, welcome, Nancy. What Nancy did I miss? Chandra, Gentle with the Smile, is here. Oh, were you talking about Nancy Marchevka? One that just joined our team, our green team. Yes, welcome. And Kim says she picked, oh, I just read that. You picked up your batteries, but that's so wonderful. I'm glad. You meant mouse stitch. Okay. Well, it's just a challenge. You can do it or not. You don't have to do it. Suzanne Stallcup says over 50 years. She is 73 years young. That's great. You're leaving Ohio right now, coming into Kentucky. I noticed, Karen, that you said you were in, I think, Michigan earlier today. So I missed it. Where are you going? But I'm sure I probably should know. But you take care. Travel mercies. Travel mercies, travel mercies. And Julie says to Freaky, it's okay to date yourself if you're good company. You're in good company. Yep. Yes, thank you. Freaky says, nah, I'm a lousy date. Oh my God. Crotchety said, is the grass really blue? Hey, yarn at it, Karen. Isn't it Dora Beth that lives in Kentucky also? I think she said she was allergic to that bluegrass, Kentucky bluegrass. And Angela Wright says she's been crocheting for 8 years and knitting for 1. Karen says, I'm sorry, if she'd been close to you, she would have. She's answering. Pat Dancer says, GrannyDee, I will hop on a plane. See you soon. Come on, girl. I double dog dare you. Karen says, Tammy, it is, and the wind is blowing bad. Yeah, we've had really gusty winds here, but it's been lovely temperatures, like 80 degrees. Tammy says 30 mile per hour winds. Okay. Dina's got the prayers up there, including Ingrid and Jason and Miguel. Jason, Dallas County Scratchers. And all our regulars, Linda Just a Crochet Sister, Sweet Melissa, Angel J Pray and Crochet. We could add Gracie to that also, Adele. Sure I'm leaving somebody out. Hook Me Up said, how to crochet for several years, but only started your yarn collection and doing it full time for about 2.5 years. Missed the first part of that. Known, is that what you meant? Okay. Okay, Zach, you got to go and get dinner. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I was on Last Minute Laura this morning. I haven't been on her channel in a while. It's always fun over there. I haven't seen Madonna. Is Madonna here? Hey, Dana. Don't forget about Dana's Tringo tonight. You got to have, 6 numbers, and you had to have them before today. So, and they gave lots of fair warning about that. Sin says, oh, you're about 2 hours away from me, or 3. Not sure who Sin's talking about, but she knows. Maybe it's Naughty Canuck. I'm missing everything. Anybody else have an answer for that question? I think we got all of them. 95 degrees in California, Sylvia says. Oh, my law. I wouldn't like that unless it's really low humidity. And Kim is praying she remembers to go to what is the time again? I think it's 10 Eastern. Dana, are you still in here? Is that right? I think that's right. Okay. Yes, Darla, that's important too. You got your numbers in on time and you wrote them down so you don't forget. You know, I use the same numbers for V, who does Blingo. She also does 6 numbers, so I use the very same numbers. Now, for Jeannie's Dream Go, I think she just uses 5 numbers, so I have all the same numbers except I leave out one, but I write everything down. Yep, Dana and Kim both said 10. 10 tonight Eastern. I'm looking forward to it. Joe said, oh my gosh, it's going to be a fat chat. Since she's usually sawing logs, Z's at that time. I know. Dawn S is great idea. Yeah, there's folks playing, V that does Blingo, Jeannie that does Butterfly Dreams Creations, does Dream Go, and now Tringo with Triple C, and then there's going to be Joe Go with Joe, and I think some others are going to crop up. And Have a Yarn with Charlie does hers. V does hers every week, every Sunday night. There's Madonna. She's probably been here the whole time, and I done forgot since the beginning. All right, I'm only on the second question. That's all right, though. How did you learn to crochet and or knit? Did you learn by using a book? Did your granny teach you or somebody in your family? How did you know? Helen Harris says 40 years crocheting and 20 knitting and 20 tatting. I think tatting is amazing. That is gorgeous. Like lace making, I don't believe I can do all that with all the pins and ooh, it looks so tedious to me. Hey, Karen Kutsambaris, your grandmother taught you? Did she teach you how to do both? Sandra Dusenberry said, oh, Flower Tammy says the school taught it. Sandra Dusenberry said YouTube for crocheting and her mom for knitting. Freaky says for the past 10 years, YT lessons. And Marianne Crotchety says Mama taught her when she was little, but she never continued, and her mother was German, as was her dad. She always lovingly says she's made in America with 100% German parts. I love that. Karen said, yes, she did. So taught both. Flower Tammy says, then Crystal from Bag of Day. Yes, I learned crochet. What little bit of crochet I know from Bag of Day. Mainly Crystal from Bag of Day. Dawn S says 4th or 5th grade teachers taught us so that they could make stuff for the school fair. How cool. Triple C learned from a book. And that's crochet, I reckon. And what about knitting? Because I know Triple C's recently, the last few months, been learning to knit and doing a fabulous job. Coping with yarn, Lisa says her neighbor taught her, and so she only did double crochet for about 18 years. It's okay. Helen says grandmother knitting and learned to crochet from a book. Blind Stitches Marcia says, hi, Madonna. Good evening. Dina said her grandmother taught her how to knit. crochet and quilting in adult education at high school, the high school she went to. Angela Wright said her friend that you live with for knitting, learned knitting from her, and you learned crochet maybe by internet. Is that what that means? And Marsha Blind Stitches says her mom taught her the basic double crochet and chain. And Gracie learned to crochet from a book and knitting from YouTube. Finished her first knitted dishcloth last year in September. Freaky said he preferred learning from a book. It didn't get mad at you when you made mistakes. I think that about video tutorials. And you can go back and rewind, as much as you need to. Of course, you can do the same with the book. But I need to see somebody actually doing it. Tiger Dragon Girl Darla said she learned crochet knitting from YouTube. Yep, Dina's saying I'm on. We got about 6 more minutes now. 2 hours earlier, tomorrow and Sunday, and that will be StreamYard Live, so you folks can come up here and join me a few at a time. Hey, Shivery Frog. How are you? Oh my goodness, I remember. You remember me from a farmer's market in 2006? You were the girl at the bell pepper stand. Well, maybe. Were we there with the Fiber Guild? I'm so glad you found me. And do you live in Salisbury? That's great. Great, great, great. So Mama Swift is coming on after me. Okay, that's what Marianne is saying. And Madonna, so great. They got Mama Swift's links up there. That is cool, isn't it? There's Gia, the yarn nut, where you can purchase your ice yarns from. Hey, Miguel. Miguel is who knows how are things going, my dear. We continue to pray for you in recovery. Well, Karen, I have 5 minutes. I have just 5 minutes left, but Mama Swift's going to be on next. Chandra, Gentle with a Smile, has been crocheting for 37 years, and your mom taught you how. Great, great, great. Happy to know you no longer lost. I've been found. I don't know about that. I know, Shivery Frog. That's great. I'm so glad you found me. Like Freaky says, I was lost and now I'm found. Lisa, I do too. You're going yarn shopping with the hubby. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Angela says, your friend crochet and knitting by you. Yeah, I think I got that. Miguel says, hi, Pat, my neighbor. Miguel, we're asking questions that Connie from Just Another Stitch did a tag also, and I did a video recently of the answering these questions, and we're on the question that says, how did you learn to crochet and or knit? Bye, Sin. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. Sorry I missed saying howdy to you at first. Christy learned to crochet from various YouTube tutorials. Cool, cool, cool. And AJ has a giveaway going on. Don't forget to check it out. He says, I can't buy any more yarns right now as he has finally purchased an e-spinner. Dina says, bye to those leaving. Madonna says, woohoo, at Yarn Nut. We love our Gina. Yes, we do. Oh, and by the way, I would like to announce a couple of things. First, Rosalie, Yarn It Out, is just within like 3 or 4 people of getting to 2K. And I would love it if we could get those 3 or 4 people or more so she can have cushion. There she is, yarn it out. There's Rosalie. So if somebody could drop Rosalie's link right quick, if we could get, how many do you need now, Rosalie? No, we're awful close to needing to go so we can get to Mama Swift's. And thanks, Marianne, for putting up AJ's link since he has that giveaway. And he's just a good one to subscribe to also. Thank you, Madonna. There's Rosalie's link. Silver Fox said her Nana taught her to knit when you were 5 and you taught yourself to crochet 40 odd years later. And Silver Fox is my age, a young 62. You're at 1.97 right now, Rosalie says. And Doris is saying hello too. Lots of people saying hello to Rosalie. What was I saying? Okay, Rosalie and oh my gosh. What was the other thing? Shoot. Bye, Doris. Still praying for you, honey. Well, I'm going to come out tomorrow with with that video about the moss stitch challenge, but that wasn't it. It was something else. Don't forget Tringo tonight. Daggone, it was something else. Don't forget the blindfold challenge. Yeah, we got 54 thumbs and just 47 here right now. I can't remember, doggone. It was 2 things I was going to say. And Rosalie's was one of them. But it's 6 bells, so whatever it is, I will hopefully remember and tell you tomorrow, and it won't be too late. And thanks again for being members of the Nutty Buddy or Green Team, and all of you for being members of the Squirrel Squad. Thank you so much. Love you fiercely. Be sweet, don't be ugly, and let's go raid Mama Swift, and it would be great. I've got 55 thumbs. Yeah. And Pat says, taught herself to crochet from a little booklet. Yes, Sandra, but we're going to go to Mama Swift's, and her link's up there. But it's just Mama Swift if you want. There it is. Crotchety put it up again. So go ahead and click on it, because when I boop, everything goes away. And I need to do that because I'm a minute over. So be sweet. Don't be ugly. And I'll see you tomorrow at 3. The ones I don't see over at Mama Swift's. So I'm going to try to get over there. Okay? Boop, bitty, boop, 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 boop. Boop. Boop.